You got to give this to Sledgehammer Games. They are not afraid to push the boundaries with realism. They're also not afraid to try new things with weapons. Let me talk to you about the 10 attachment system in Vanguard and the aftermarket part system in Modern Warfare 3. When I first tried MWIII, the beta, I liked the aftermarket parts. I was like, wow, this is really cool. I couldn't wait to unlock the Jack Ferocity kit for the Renetti. I couldn't wait to unlock the Palmia 762 bullpup conversion kit. I couldn't wait to unlock the Core 45's conversion kit either. These are awesome additions to the game, and having different attachments as aftermarket parts too is really cool. I don't really find any of the aftermarket parts overused or used a lot in the game, so there's a nice balance, but it's a different way of playing the game. Now, you may have heard me say this before, Vanguard to me is not the worst Call of Duty of all time. It is the worst World War II game I've ever played, but it's not the worst Call of Duty I've ever played. I would rather play Vanguard than Cold War, and that's just because Cold War was the most un-mouse and keyboard friendly game I've ever played. Aim assist was cranked up to 11. I hated 150 health, sorry. It just wasn't fun. It was the most inconsistent feeling game ever. The hit detection just wasn't working properly for me. And the amount of times I joined Asian lobbies from Australia was just unacceptable when I had no problems with MW 2019 or Vanguard. Like, there was some creative shit in Vanguard. Like, to think of that many attachments and put them on a gun, invent attachments that never existed, that's called creativity. That's how computers were invented. That's how, that's how cars were invented. People thought of something, well, how can we make this better? Like, cars were innovated on the cart, the horse and cart. What if we didn't have to use animals? What if we, lit gasoline on fire and caused the combustion? That's how the internal combustion engine was created. Maybe I'm just grasping at straws there. It all comes from an idea. And yes, they're crazy. Yes, they're unrealistic. Yes, they're flat out insane. People clearly want a realistic Call of Duty. People clearly want historically accurate Call of Duties. And if you're going to make a World War II game, you should make it historically accurate. That's why I say it's the worst World War II game ever, because it's not historically accurate at all. But it is very fun as a Call of Duty game. I had a blast playing Vanguard. Every time I hopped on, I had fun. I got lots of kills. There were some creative-ass game modes in that. And Cold War, you guys know, I don't really like Cold War that much. But when Cold War was fun, it was fun. I dropped nukes in Cold War all the time. Scream Deathmatch. During the Halloween of Cold War, I had a lot of fun playing. I played that over and over and over again because I was doing so well, having a great time. And that's what I want to talk about, the aftermarket parts a little bit in MW3, and hopefully they do return in future games. Really creative that they took the RPK and go, hang on a minute, what would the RPK look like as a sniper rifle shooting 50 BMG ammo? Very, very creative. I really like that they go, okay, maybe some guy went into his basement in his 3D printer and he created his own custom part. And I don't know why you would want to use 3D printing for a weapon. I mean, the 3D printing I have experience with is not the same as that. Maybe these some industrial grade filament, or maybe it's reinforced with metal. They make the part and then they have a mold. They create a mold and fill it with metal, like molten metal, and then it becomes that metal part. Who knows? It's a game. It doesn't have to matter. It's very creative, and I like it a lot. So, I don't know, anyone from SledgeHammer is probably not going to watch this. I'm a small channel. But I want to say, keep it up, guys. Keep it up. Keep the creativity going. Keep challenging the norm when it comes to gun design. Just keep going. It's brilliant. Every time I see them, they put this attachment on this gun. Maybe it didn't actually exist. I'm pretty sure the drum mag didn't actually exist on the STG-44. What they've done is they've taken something and go, okay, I'm going to make something for it. Here we go. Here's what it might have looked like if someone was to design it. It's creativity, guys. Creativity is the highest form of learning. It's taking, that's what engineering is. It's applied mathematics and applied science, taking what already works, creating something new that follows certain principles, putting it all together to create something new. You know, enabling something. And that's what I like about Modern Warfare 3 is this, they have all these creative parts. Like they made the Bass B, which is the spear. I can't remember, the SIG spear, whatever the name of the real weapon is. They took that and made it lever action. That's so cool. I think that's very creative. What else? The Pomunet 6762, whatever it's called. They took that and made it having a bullpup configuration, which is very cool. And they also took, they made a machine pistol kit for the Renetti, aka the M9 Raffica. Very, very cool. I'm a huge fan of it. And it also allows them to add more weapons into the game without adding a whole new weapon. You know, maybe like they added the freaking blunderbuss onto the Moores sniper rifle, for God's sake. And I love that they did that. It's very creative. And there's so many other options they've done, like with the G36 range of weapons and also the TYR, the tier. They added a rifle config onto it too. Love it. I don't know why anyone would hate on this creativity. Like, it's very cool. It's a different way of experiencing a weapon and a different way to giving us more ways to play the game, which is adding variety. Yes, they are not competitive. Some of them are flat out OP and better than the base version, which would not work in a competitive setting. But in a casual multiplayer setting, in a video game, it works great. And I would love to see more, you know. I definitely welcome more creativity from SledgeHammer Games in their gun design, in their attachment design. And that's the perspective I have. But World War II people who like a historically accurate World War II game, I'm right there with you. But you can't hate on the creativity that made the game very enjoyable for me, was the creativity. Like, yeah, F2000, maybe an F2000 in a World War II game wasn't the best idea, but that's what SledgeHammer does. They always put Easter eggs in their games. They put World War II weapons in Advanced Warfare, which was foreshadowing that they're making a World War II game. And they made one of the greatest World War II games that I had fun playing was COD World War II. I'll leave it at that. Don't want to bore you guys too much. Let me know your thoughts on this topic. Are you a hater of the unrealistic things that they add in the games, or are you a fan of the creativity that SledgeHammer weapon designers and artists are showing? I'm all for it. I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace, and I shall see you in the next one.